Space, humanity's last horizon. These are the records and expeditions of the Federation starship Lovelace. Assigned an ongoing galactic charter, the intrepid crew of the Lovelace explores the excitement of strange new worlds, encounters new life forms and new civilizations, and ultimately seeks to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the third episode of Star Trek Lovelace. My name is Nicotine. I'm joined today by a fantastic cast of role players, and also a distinct lack of Roll20. We're working on that right now.
Right.
For those of you who have not been here before, it is possible for the chat in the Twitch chat right now to influence the story through the cunning use of donations. You can choose to purchase either threat or momentum. Threat is a mechanic where the GM, myself, can implement a little complication, a little challenge for the players. Momentum allows the players to do things like ask questions or just a multitude of other things. So, without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce Fist of the Walrus.
Hello, how's it going? I'm Fist of the Walrus. You can catch me over at Twitch and Twitter at Fist of the Walrus. Primarily a role player, but been working my way into a little bit of variety here and there. Super excited to play.
Nice. How can people find your content?
Through Twitch and Twitter. Fist of the Walrus. Getting better with Twitter. I don't really use it all that much.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Fist. Press 1 if Fist sounds all right. And press 0 if I sound okay. I know we've had some audio issues in the past. Next up, we have Lock the Raven.
Hi, I'm Lock the Raven. I do role-playing games and do some right now I'm doing a little variety streaming over on Twitch. You can find me over at twitch.tv/LockTheRaven or at LockTheRaven on Twitter.
Wonderful. Thank you, Lock. Next up is Aaron Black. How you doing, Aaron?
Ooh, I'm good, thank you. My name is Aaron Black. I am primarily an author with a book coming out in 5 days. It's called Firewall Down, and it is a cyberpunk detective mystery. You can find me over on Twitter under Aaron B. Writes.
Wonderful. Well, we're all really excited to read it. Last but not least, Anavan.
Hello, I'm Enovan. I stream on twitch.tv. I typically stream VR and mixed reality games as well as some GTA RP as well.
Wonderful. And that's 4 if Anavan sounds all right. Could you spell Anavan for us, pretty please?
Enovan is spelled E-N-E-V-U-N.
Perfect. Okay. So my name is Nicotine, by the way. It's Nikitine. I do a lot of roleplay on my channel as well.
You're so pretty.
Thanks. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out what happened to Anavan's voice for like a split second there. It was a little crackly, but I think it's okay.
Is it better now?
Yeah, no, it sounds fine now. To me, anyway. I think it sounds okay to chat, right? Chat? If you're listening to the stream on podcast sites like Spotify or Stitcher, just know that we stream this show live every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific on twitch.tv/FableScraps. Hey, Anavan.
Yeah?
What did you have for breakfast this morning, really quick? I need to test your audio really quick.
I woke up at 2 p.m. today, so I did not have any breakfast. But for lunch, I had a tuna and cheese sandwich with some Pringles on the side. It was quite nice.
Well, that sounds wonderful. Thank you,
Don't lie to
Evan.
him.
What was on the side?
That's Pringles.
Pringles.
Yeah,
Okay.
you barbecue Pringles. My favorite.
Mhm.
I want to burp him.
Last time on Star Trek Adventures Lovelace, the crew had been sent down to the surface of a planet, a refinery world. A planet made almost entirely of ocean with the exception of a very, very few mineral deposits. These mineral deposits sometimes can be like as large as a small island, and on one of these islands is a factory. The crew of the U.S.S. Lovelace flew their shuttle down to this refinery to discover like a big marketplace, to discover to walk through this refinery for dinner with a Ferengi. When they left dinner, the crew walked through the marketplace and was subject to some confrontation from an unnamed Klingon. The crewman Ryak was unfortunately stabbed and has been in critical condition down on the surface of this planet. Meanwhile, aid is coming in the form of a second shuttle being flown by Ensign Gregory. Aboard this shuttle is also Commander Herrick. The party is now walking back to the landing pad on this planet, and it's nighttime, and it's getting cold, and the wind is starting to pick up a little bit, and yeah, there's waves crashing all around you. The landing pad's a little further away from the marketplace, and so you're all walking back to the shuttle. With your Klingon captive. Do you want to contact the party, Herrick, and let them know you're on your way?
Oh, yeah, sure. Attention, Captain.
Reading you loud and clear.
I have debarked the Lovelace with Ensign, who's with us? Ensign Gregory?
Hi, guys!
Yep. With Ensign Gregory, and will rendezvous in the shuttle with you.
Excellent. When you arrive, I'll debrief you. A lot has happened, and we have brought a Klingon with us captive, and I'll discuss more when you arrive.
Understood, sir. And then just...
Okay. So, what's the marching order here? Who's got the Klingon?
I'll be personally escorting the Klingon. Oliva had Belmont to the other side of the Klingon, making sure he doesn't do anything funny or has another episode. And I presume Ram is cradling Ryak, who is grievously injured.
Like
And,
a
following
bridal
along behind.
bridal style?
Yeah, bridal carryover.
Yeah, bridal
Yeah.
style.
Oh, it is okay.
Yeah, not doing like the fake walk.
Making him walk.
Oh, the pain!
Making it Bernie.
Okay. The Klingon is is looking over at you, Captain, and just trying to find out whether or not you're actually Starfleet, probably, and is looking as nervous as a Klingon could possibly look, which is to say, not very, but you can tell that this Klingon's a little bit nervous and distressed. You're
There's no need to be. There's no. Oh, sorry
I
about
was
that.
just gonna say you're approaching the landing pad.
Just look over to the Klingon and be like, "There's no need to be nervous. We're just bringing you to the shuttle to ask you some questions. So, just to let you know, we don't mean you any harm."
The Klingon just shrugs you off and kind of woefully walks towards the shuttle. And you've arrived. You're here at the shuttle. Do you want to put him in?
Well, I was gonna say, can the
guess-
replicator make blood wine?
The replicator can probably make blood wine. I would expect that, that's
Okay.
programmed in there.
Okay. Because okay. So, Captain, permission to replicate some blood wine for him.
Yeah, that might be able to calm his nerves. Let's escort him inside the shuttle, get him sat down, get him some blood wine, and also bring in Ryak as well. Make sure he's comfortable, and we'll await for the arrival of the other shuttle.
Hi, Captain.
The Klingon perks up a little bit at the mention of blood wine, but that's about it. So you open up the shuttle door and go inside.
Okay. As soon as we were inside, I'd probably ask it to make the blood wine, but then go grab a med kit. Because we didn't have one out with us, did we?
No, you used your med kit on Ensign Salingson.
So, oh shit, shit. Is there one in the shuttle?
Yes, there is. There would definitely be a med kit in the shuttle.
Okay, so I would probably tell the replicator to make blood wine, go grab it, and then try and. I'm not sure if I've got like a pain thing for Ryak, but I'd be looking for it for something to suppress the pain.
There is a hypo spray in the med pack, and it will have some some sedative,
Okay,
but it won't it won't be able to heal him entirely. Just give him a sedative, make him sleepy.
right.
Do you
Okay.
deploy the hypo spray?
I'd probably check with the captain first and just say, Captain, is it okay I sedate Ryak?
I should probably be the one to sedate him. I have a little more experience.
Very good, Captain.
All right. Don't worry, Ryak. It'll all be fine. We have a shuttle coming down for you. Just going to apply this so you won't be in so much pain.
Okay, Captain.
All right?
And almost immediately, Ryak falls into a deep sleep. The Klingon has seen this and is not taken his eyes off of your hypo spray.
Is this something that I notice, like out of the corner of my eyes? Like, is it very obvious?
I mean, I would assume that you, of all people, would be watching this Klingon prisoner. Yeah.
Is there something you wanted to say?
No, just can you use that on me?
Why?
The Klingon gets quiet and doesn't really want to answer that.
At that point, I'll stand up and be right in front of the Klingon, and I'll ask again. Is there something that you need this hypospray for? Are you injured?
I have been plagued by thoughts and visions.
Plague? A plague? Thoughts and visions, like what sort of thoughts? What sort of visions?
I do not intend for this to betray any weakness on my part, but it has been happening more and more, and I cannot I cannot fight this foe. I find myself possessed by pain and suffering. I relive moments, regrettable moments from my life. I can say no more.
The Klingon goes silent.
Huh. I want to turn to Ram. And is it at all possible for us to get an evaluation done on this Klingon? Would that be something you'd be able to do for us?
I can give it my best shot.
Yes, he seems to be suffering from, obviously, something. Maybe there's some clues.
What sort of evaluation do you want me to do?
Mental evaluation of him. See if we can't pry any more information out. He doesn't seem to have control of himself. Maybe there's something that we can research, something we can gain from evaluating him.
As you're talking, you hear the sound of a ship lowering near you. Its engines purring. That anti-gravity whir that those very familiar ship sounds emit from your shuttles. The second landing craft is touching down now.
Excellent. Must be them. Before you do the evaluation, Ram, let's escort Ryak to the other shuttle so we can get him immediate medical attention. Belmont, you please watch over our Klingon friend. Keep him company.
Aye, Captain, I will. And then with that, I would
Actually,
go grab the blood wine and take it over to him.
The door to the second shuttle opens up and Ensign Ryak comes hobbling out. Hey guys, sorry we're late. I slipped. I'm fine. I'm fine. Ow, I'm fine. Hi everyone.
Wait,
Or sorry,
did you say Ryak?
Ensign Gregory. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Ensign Gregory. Sorry.
It's a
Sorry.
immediately became aware.
Sorry. Ensign Gregory
Imposter among us.
has walked out of the second shuttle ahead of Commander Herrick, just to greet you guys.
Gregory, good to see you, Herrick. Let's go ahead and quickly get Ryak into the other shuttle. Gregory, you're going to
Yeah?
have to transport
I have like a
Ryak
cool mission
back.
down here, right? I'm gonna help do like a cool mission down here, like a real mission
Yes.
with the crew.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
your mission, well, your mission is to
Captain,
save
anything, Captain.
Ryak's life by taking the shuttle back to the ship with Ryak on board. How does that sound, Gregory?
Oh my. Is Ryak okay?
No. He's come down with a fatal illness known as being stabbed.
Yes, I best get him into the shuttle before
Is there
it's too late.
Is there a lot of blood? Because I'm Captain. I'm a little
He's been patched up. He's been patched up as there's not going to be any residual blood
Okay.
coming out.
Okay.
He's sedated.
Okay.
So don't try to engage in conversation because he will not be listening because it is impossible since he is sedated. I know how you like to start your conversations, Gregory. Just please, can you do this for me? Can you?
Aye, Captain. I'll do anything. Absolutely. Yes, I can do it.
Excellent. Let's make haste. Ram, go ahead and load
Yes.
Ryak onto the ship, and Gregory, set off as soon as you can.
Right away, Captain.
Aye, Captain.
Herrick, I'd like to debrief you on the situation thus far.
Of course, Captain.
So, we were able to speak with a Ferengi woman who has told us that 13 of her employees have gone mysteriously missing. We went into the marketplace here on the planet to see if we could find any evidence or clues as to where they must have disappeared to. While we were in the market, we were attacked by a Klingon, wielding a dagger. As soon as the attack had transpired, it seems that the Klingon completely forgot even doing the attack in the first place. We have the Klingon currently in the other shuttle. It seems that the Klingon is plagued by memories, by thoughts, and seems to be without control of his actions.
In that case, Captain, I would suggest once we return to the Lovelace, he is sent to the med bay for a neurological scan.
I was thinking just that. See if we can dig a little deeper, and this might explain the disappearance of the employees here on the facility. Which, by the way, we have found out that this facility is operating, is a, not as what we originally thought. I cannot remember the name of that material. What is the material called? Lithium.
So there's deuterium that's that the planet is rich in, but the real purpose behind the refinery you learned was a latinum refinery.
That's the term. Thank you.
Ah,
As it turns out that they're actually mining latinum here. Quite a lot of it.
that would definitely explain the presence of Ferengi.
Yes. And also explain the welcoming committee we received. So, let's go ahead and make haste. Get the other shuttle going and get the Klingon to the medbay for a neurological analysis.
Aye, Captain.
Am I being detained?
For now, yes. We want to help you. It's obvious that something is wrong here. Your actions are not your own. We're taking you to the Lovelace for a neurological evaluation, and we're going to get down to the bottom of this.
Captain, before we head back, it might be worth doing some scans while we're within the atmosphere itself to see if we can pick up on those life signs.
Agreed.
Okay, so you load up the shuttles. Shuttle 2 has Ensign Gregory and Ensign Ryak, and Shuttle 1 has all of you and the Klingon.
Yes.
Okay. So you get into the shuttle, and your purpose here, what you want to do is complete some scans across the planet with this shuttle. So, you absolutely can do that, and the scans will be high fidelity with the shuttle because of the distance, but you won't be able to cover very much ground. Do you have a plan for how you'd like to conduct that search?
How wide sweeping can I make the scans? You know, can I like what sort of distance will I get from this thing?
So you could probably take the scans and like I don't know, maybe I'd say like maybe 1,000 kilometers.
Is the Lovelace able to scan the planet or the atmosphere?
The Lovelace is able to scan the planet through the atmosphere, although there is still interference.
So this would be an uninterfered, or
Yeah, basically.
okay.
Yeah.
We didn't really get a direction of any sort, did we?
No.
Separate from this island, like we haven't picked up any other islands really.
No.
So I'm not really sure the best way to do this. I could try and just scan in 4 different directions and hope to get something, but other than that,
Certainly. So who would like to conduct that scan?
I would if I could.
Okay. So
Oh, actually, I don't know. Does Commander Herrick have a higher skill in that? Because I'm not sure if it's something I would defer to Commander Herrick.
certainly. Well, I'm looking. It looks like you. Oh, like maybe Belmont has a higher science skill. The scans would be I'd make that a reason and science skill, which actually I think Herrick would be better at.
Yeah, so I'd probably defer to his expertise.
Okay.
All right. Eric will make the necessary scans.
Okay. So you're just gonna do it while you're landed at the
No, Eric would definitely suggest they be in transit before they try to do any sort of scan.
How would you like to proceed, Captain?
Would like to conduct the scans while we're moving. Just a little sweeping scan. I don't
Okay.
really.
Gonna go around in a big circle, maybe? Around the
Yeah.
Okay.
Eugene doesn't think there's going to be any there's really going to be any value to scanning around, but might as well.
Is the Klingons on the shuttle with all of us, right?
That's right.
Oh, well, in that case, Captain, while a scan of the area would be valuable, I would suggest that we return to the Lovelace with our extra over here to make sure we get him handled as quickly as possible.
Have to second that. I think it would be more valuable if we find out why this Klingon was so eager to attack us, and that might lead us to the evidence that we're looking for. So let's just proceed back to the ship for now.
Okay.
We can conduct scans on the Lovelace if necessary.
Okay.
Yes. The atmosphere will remain, depending on what is wrong with the Klingon. He may not.
Okay.
All right.
So, Enovan, you want to take the ship out? Lieutenant Ram?
Yeah.
Commencing launch sequence. Launch sequence initiated.
And the shuttle whirs to life. It lifts up in this fashion that all of you have been conditioned to ignore, but in any other ship you would feel like a drop, like a pit in your stomach. But the anti-gravity is working perfectly now, and you are in the pipe 5x5, en route back to the U.S.S. Lovelace with your Klingon.
How's the other shuttle?
The other shuttle is fine. You can see them on sensors, and they don't look damaged or out of place at all.
Gregory's not throwing like a party on the shuttle and see lights
No,
flashing out of it.
I hope so.
No, actually,
I hope so.
Gregory is intently focused on flying that ship, and he's doing very well.
Props to Gregory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, this entire exit strategy is going extremely well. There have been no hiccups, no dangerous malfunctions. There's been nothing. If anything was odd to the crew of the U.S.S. Lovelace, it may be how fortuitous your exit was.
Computer, could you inform the Lovelace that we'll be making our return shortly?
Absolutely. Do you want me to tell them anything else?
Could you have a security personnel standing by? Not inside the shuttle bay, just outside it.
Alright, since you asked so nicely.
Thank you, computer.
You're welcome.
One more thing, Ram. I heard that my plants weren't doing very well, that they were being overwatered. Could I get an update on that? Heard my entire quarters was flooded. Could you ask the computer if that's been remedied?
Oh, sure thing.
Did someone say computer?
Yes, computer, how are the captain's plants doing?
Checking now. Scanning. 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 Scanning? Plants? Please define.
The plants that are in the captain's private quarters.
Scanning Captain's private quarters. Private quarters are flooded.
Oh,
Well, Captain, apparently it is your entire quarters are now flooded.
That is
remind
correct.
me to get ensigns to water my plants and not the computer. Have some ensigns clean that up. So,
Advisory warning. The water level in Captain's quarters is dangerously high. Please stand back at least 5 meters before opening the door.
oh,
Computer, is it still is it still filling? Have you stopped?
Checking. Check.
It's fine. If you could just make sure it's stopped.
Okay.
Thank you, computer. Keep up the good work.
Oh, thank you.
oh, I knew I should have got water, Chris.
Shuttle bay approaching. Shuttle bay approaching. 500 meters.
Captain, you look out the cockpit window, and indeed you do see you're on approach for the shuttle bay. And even Lieutenant Ram, you want to pilot the ship in and land it and everything?
Isaac, computer, prepare for landing.
Docking sequence initiated.
You hear that very familiar kind of deep tone, that sound that signifies the blast of air being sucked out into space as the force field is turned off and your ship is allowed to pass through. And as you begin to land, you hear that familiar klaxon that is supposed to let everybody know that there's no oxygen in the room, but now oxygen is coming back in. And you can hear the klaxon. It's turned off. The yellow landing lights have turned off, and the force field is back in service. And you've landed spectacularly.
What
Did-
about Gregory?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Gregory
Did
is
they land?
Gregory is fine. Yeah, still aboard.
Okay.
Still aboard the shuttle, but fine.
Okay. Okay.
The Klingon, for what it's worth, is impressed at how smooth everything has gone.
Yeah, this is everything's going quite smoothly.
Except
Very
for
well.
plans.
Yes. Well, we're going to go ahead and escort you now to our med bay. If you please be so kind to follow our guides, and we'll meet you there shortly. Thank you again very much for your cooperation.
Very well, human.
Before we
And,
continue,
the security
I didn't
team-
get your name. I'm very sorry. My name is Captain Eugene Lockstead of the Lovelace, and accompanied by my crew. This is Lieutenant Ram. Over there is Commander Herrick, and this here is Commander Belmont. Figured we'd all get acquainted since you're on our ship. Wouldn't be very polite of us if we didn't introduce ourselves. And what can we call you?
My name is
And a look of confusion kind of crosses the Klingon's face.
It is imperative we get him to medbay as quickly as possible, Captain.
Agreed. Okay, let's proceed to the medbay. It's all right. We can have formalities
Are
later.
the
Let's-
transporters back online?
You can ask. You can ask the computer.
I don't know if that was established in the episode I missed.
Yeah, go ahead.
Computer. What is the status of site-to-site transport functionality?
Scanning. Site-to-site transport has been resolved.
Computer. Have you run safety protocol to make sure that site-to-site transporter functionality is viable?
Running scan now. Site-to-site transport is available and safe, very safe.
Computer, run a level 3 diagnostic on the transporter.
Scanning level 3 diagnostic.
Sir, I suggest that we have him escorted to the med bay.
I agree.
I mean, it seems fine.
Site-to-site
Well-
transport functionality is nominal.
Captain, I think Ryak will also need a hand getting to the med bay.
Ram will assist in escorting him to the med bay, and as for the Klingon, we'll just accompany him as make our way there. And yeah, good call. I think we need to get the computer checked out. Something not right.
Herrick, do you call your security team in?
Yes, once everything has been tamped down with the shuttles. Security team to main shuttle bay.
Yes, Commander.
We have a Klingon on board who needs to be escorted to the medical bay.
Aye, Commander.
He is not to be treated as hostile.
Aye, Commander. And at that, the shuttle bay doors kind of whoosh open, and in walk 3 extremely well-groomed, very professional, in-step security officers from operations, and you can tell that they're very well-disciplined. And
Do we have a medical officer on board?
Negative. No. It's your chief medical officer is your captain.
Oh. Do we have a hologram?
You haven't had a holographic medical personnel installed yet. Although it is something you can ask for in a refit.
God damn it.
I'd love to get an EMH. I'd love that.
Annabin's character is just gonna go make out with it all the time.
The security team walks up to the door of the shuttle and just salutes, and the first one in line just says, "Commander, we are prepared to accept your transport."
Very good, and Herrick will step aside and motion to the Klingon.
If you will accompany me. And the security team lead the Klingon, who is still a little dazed, towards medbay. All 4 of them walk out the shuttle bay doors, and you're here in the shuttle.
Computer, keep an active track on the security team as they transport the Klingon, and report any deviation from their course to the medical bay to me, please.
Affirmative.
And Herrick is going to turn and look at, Tweedledee and Tweedledum getting out of the other shuttle and just sort of... And then look to the captain and look back to...
They are getting out of the shuttle. Ensign Gregory is helping Ensign Ryak as best he can. He still has his leg in a cast, and his arm is still injured, along with his torso. But he is making his way with Ensign Ryak, who is now awake a little bit. They're getting out of the shuttle right now.
Well, doesn't look like your assistance is needed on this one, Ram. Seems they're managing.
Oh, perfect. Do you wish me to go help out with the water situation instead?
Yes, please. I would very much like my quarters to be drained of its water.
Right away, I'll see what I can do.
As you said that, Ensign Gregory's, Ensign Gregory and Rag have been walking past your shuttle to get out, and they heard you say that, Captain. And Ensign Gregory peeks his head around the corner and is just like, hey, you know what? Actually, I am really good with like plumbing. I'm super good at plumbing. So if you guys have a plumbing problem, I can help. You know what I mean? I'm very good at that. That's all I do. I love water and pipes. I love it.
I mean, I would appreciate the help if you're okay with that, Captain.
You know what? That's fine. As soon as you've dropped off Ryak,
Aye, Captain. I can't wait.
Captain just sounds like a tired single father. Yeah, whatever. We'll get the Happy Meals.
It is worth mentioning that Ensign Gregory's leg is not injured at all. It's just still in the cast that you put him in.
He's still in the cast.
His leg isn't injured, so he's walking on the cast like a regular.
He didn't take it all.
No, he hasn't taken it off. You haven't told him to. No, he's still got it on.
Of course not. Because
Captain,
He believes it now.
why is the
does look
ensign's
rather-
legs still in a cast, Captain?
You know, I think it's dedication. Little too much dedication.
I think this has gone on quite long enough.
Gregory, have them remove the
Captain?
cast when you go to the med bay.
Which
I
one?
feel like
Foot one or the arm one?
both.
Nobody's in the med bay though. We don't.
You have a little med robot. You have like a little medical
With a
robot.
buzzsaw arm.
It's controlled by the ship's computer, so it's very
Pulls
reliable.
back his arms.
Oh,
It's like-
Super reliable.
Yeah.
You said it's controlled by the
The ship's computer, yeah, it's very
oh, God,
reliable.
I don't.
Gregory.
Lieutenant Commander Belmont,
Yes, Commander.
I would perhaps suggest that you work on see what you can do about the computer's literal execution of every order we've given it.
Aye, Commander. I'll go take a look at the code, I suppose.
Excellent.
This
Be
is where
gentle.
Ram goes hostile.
I'm not touching this. I guess I would, since I've been given an order, I'd be heading off in whatever direction the
Sure.
core of the computer
Yeah,
is
absolutely. Yeah.
Ram's room.
kept. Right. Oh shit.
It would be Ram's room.
Yeah, it actually would, and
He's got his action figures all over the servers.
yeah, it actually would, and let's see here. Yeah, so the U.S.S. Lovelace has been retrofitted from its original Excelsior design, in an incredible overhaul that's state of the art in many ways. There is a whole room devoted to what's known as the isolinear routing matrix, essentially a large server room that controls the ship's computer, and also is home to RAM. If you were going to make repairs on a computer, on the ship's computer, you could probably patch in through the bridge, but you will certainly be able to access computer functions from the isolinear routing matrix room, the server room.
Yeah, I would head in that direction.
Okay.
And I guess I would probably turn to Ram and say, Ram, do you want me to check on your plans while I'm there?
Oh, if you could.
Would
At
you
least your plans aren't destroyed.
would you like to go with Lieutenant Commander Belmont
Um,
to assist?
actually, yes, Gregory could probably handle the captain's quarters all by himself. He seemed very enthusiastic, so I think I might come with you,
Gregory's been
Belmont.
sent to med bay.
He's just getting his cast off. He'll be done shortly. He's excited about going up to camping.
Yeah, he's super enthusiastic about it. He can handle it all
Put on
himself.
some of the clothes.
All of my
Oh,
team.
oh boy, he's gonna be like smelling your pillow and stuff.
I'm picturing my entire quarters absolutely flooded in all the tea that Eugene's collected is now seeped in the water, so when it does open up, it'll be a tidal wave of like this tea concoction.
So, Lieutenant Ram, you are accompanying Lieutenant Commander Belmont to the ship's computer room.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you two head off towards the isolinear routing matrix. Herrick, what are you gonna do?
Herrick Herrick will spend the time going over reports and seeing how the repairs to the ship have been coming along from the whatever the heck the wave. I can't remember what the wave was that we got hit with.
And the Tetrion wave.
Yeah, that's the one. What the departments are reporting in from repairs to the Tetrion disturbance that hit the ship. That'll be what he's up to.
Okay. So that leaves. So what part of the ship are you going to? You're going to the bridge to check on that?
He would either go to the bridge or he would go to his security office.
Okay.
If he's not needed on the bridge.
I think in this instance, if you're planning on producing scans of the ship, of the surface of the planet, you may end up wanting to go to the bridge to access those panels as well. You know, because you could patch into your security office from there too and kill two birds with one stone.
Well, gee, I guess I'll go to the bridge.
Captain, where are we going?
I'm interested in getting the scans as well. We've wanted to get a report on the status of the Klingon as soon as possible so we could determine what it is that's affecting him. So I'll be on the bridge reviewing the scans, seeing if we can find any more information.
Okay. So Herrick and Captain Lockstead head to the bridge, where you hear a communication little sound.
Captain, this is Gregory. You have a lot of water in your quarters.
How much is a lot of water? Like, how bad?
Herrick's gonna just hit the thing on his chest and just maintenance teams report to the captain's quarters immediately, and then just.
Well, we could probably have a cetacean deck, and it could just be your quarters, Captain.
That'll be all, Gregory. We're going to
I'm
let
working on it, though.
maintenance handle this.
I'm looking for.
That's
looking
okay,
for it.
Gregory.
No, I
It's
can get
okay.
it.
That's
I
okay.
see where it's coming in. There's
Gregory,
like a
it's
huge,
fine.
I can get
Gregory,
it.
no, it's fine. Gregory,
Captain,
Gregory.
I can fix it.
It's fine.
I
It's
can
fine,
fix it.
Gregory.
I'll fix it.
Gregory, I appreciate you.
You're breaking up.
I appreciate you
You're
so hard,
breaking up.
Gregory.
Oh,
You
you're
do
breaking
so
up.
much for the Do
look,
not touch anything
You
else,
said touch
Gregory.
it. I'm gonna fix it.
Let
Okay.
no.
Bye.
Let maintenance handle it, Gregory.
Herrick's gonna hit his comm badge again, and security team report to the captain's quarters and escort Ensign Gregory from them.
You know, Herrick, I had collected a majority of my tea from adventures past, stored in that room, and now I suspect that it has
All my
seeped
good weed is
into
ruined.
all that water. It's going to be a very lovely, fragrant-smelling room indeed. All right. Well,
It's acting like maintenance will just leave the old carpet in there.
So while you two are in the bridge, would you like to do any scans while you're here?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
What type of scans are you going to want to do?
Well, actually, has the sensor array been recalibrated since the Tetrion?
Scanning sensor array now. Sensor array at 50%.
All right.
well,
Captain, it appears our sensors are only at 50%. I would advise that once the lieutenant commander has finished with the recalibration of the main computer, that we, no, he would have a team, so perhaps we should request that Lieutenant Commander Belmont's team set their sights on the sensor array for the time being.
agree. No use using it at 50% capacity. In the meantime, as we'll wait to see the report of that Klingon, and hopefully understand a little bit more why he attacked us indiscriminately the way he did.
So you can patch into, to medbay and talk to the ship's computer.
We'll do that right now, then.
Thank you, voice in my head.
Computer
Medbay?
here. Hello.
Yes, hello. I'd like to get patched into medbay.
Routing now to medbay. Have a nice stay.
Almont is checking that out, isn't he, Eric? The whole
Yes.
stuttering.
Yes,
and
sir.
Good.
The
very good.
the view screen comes on. You're given a immediate, almost jarring view of the medbay, where Ensign Ryak is in a recovery bed, and the
robot has a
Klingon
weapon.
the Klingon is also lying in a recovery bed. There are two security officers at the foot of the Klingon's bed, and the medical robot is standing there with a small Elkar's tablet and asking it questions.
Computer, what is the status of the current neurological evaluation of this Klingon? How far are we into this?
Physical assessment complete. There is nothing abnormal about this Klingon's physiology, except for excessive scarring. Like I said, nothing out of place.
Okay. Now, how about the neurological evaluation?
It is still underway, and has shown thus far no outward signs of degeneration.
Very interesting. As soon as the evaluation has concluded, notify me immediately and send over the report.
My professional recommendation is to allow this Klingon to rest.
Very well.
I suggest 50 cc's of our strongest sedative. Klingon physiology
You think that's
is resistant.
necessary?
Klingon physiology is highly resistant to normal means of sedation.
You think that's absolutely necessary?
It is my professional opinion. As a doctor.
The computer is not a doctor.
Dr. Computer.
Incorrect.
Let's just stick with what I asked. When the evaluation is complete, just send me the reports and notify me. Notify me and send me the reports. That's all.
I thought the computer hung up on him.
I gotta tell you, out of
What is
character, I don't want
going
to fix the
on with
computer
our
at
computer?
all.
Yeah, no, the computer's going to murder the first one of you idiots who gives it too literal of an order.
Well, that's true. That's true.
We move now to the isolinear routing matrix, where Lieutenant Commander Belmont and Lieutenant Ram are currently at.
I doubt either the captain or the commander relayed any more information. I'm just coming here to see what's up with its attitude, essentially.
Yeah, basically.
Right?
Yeah.
Because okay.
So you walk into this
So,
room, and
too
you walk into
bitchy.
this room. You're hit with a kind of a wave. You know, like when you walk into a shopping center, and it's like on a hot day, and you're hit with like a wave of cold air. The exact opposite.
Oh.
The exact opposite has happened, where you're walking into this room and you're kind of hit with like a wave of stale, hot air.
Smells like tamales in here.
Oh God. I'm not sure how this is gonna work. Computer, is there something wrong with environmental controls in this room?
Scanning now. Scan, 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 scans. All functions normal.
Okay, Lieutenant Ram, can you manually check the environmental controls for this room and make it a little more human comfortable? 70 degrees.
For Lieutenant Ram's part, this heat does not phase him one bit.
Yeah, he doesn't
This
see what
is
the issue is.
entirely normal for Ram.
Right,
Ram's
so,
just growing a ton of weed in there.
As you
so
look a
70
little,
degrees is the right one for you, right? Oh.
70 degrees Fahrenheit, to be specific.
70 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, got it.
Ram, do you decide to like plug in anywhere? Because there are several access ports that.
Yeah, Ram would plug in for this.
Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and plug in to one of these access ports. Ram, Lieutenant Ram, is an artificial crewman who is capable of plugging directly into the U.S.S. Lovelace in order to interface more directly and succinctly to the ship's computer. When the ship's computer speaks to Ram in this way, it is instant. Ram still asks questions out loud for the sake of human companions or human crewmates near him, but their conversation for them is one-sided because it just sort of seems like Ram mumbling to himself with one side of the conversation that's just continuously like one long run-on sentence. And as this is happening, Lieutenant Commander Belmont, you look a little bit past Ram. All the lights, by the way, are red. It's sort of dim in here. There's some red lights, and there's like all this. It's basically like if you can imagine this futuristic server rack, with a vast space inside of it and several like server racks just sort of in rows in this room. It's fairly large. But you look past Ram and you see the opposite wall to the door is actually lined with big potted plants like ferns and palm tree, like sort of like palm trees. You see some alien foliage as well, and it's growing quite well actually. It loves the heat.
Did he set it this way specifically for his plants to flourish? Like,
you can ask him.
You'll never know.
I think I actually, honestly, I would probably put that in the back of my head. I can still function within this room, though, right? I mean, I asked him to lower the temperature.
Yeah,
so
it's not dangerous. It's not dangerous for you.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume he's going to do that, and then I would probably be looking for some sort of screen or access panel or something, so I can try and look at whatever personality algorithms or whatever.
Yeah, you do happen to see a pull down screen. It's not like the sleek bridge touchscreen Elcar's layout. It's sort of built in and cobbled together from the old Excelsior class analog keyboard and buttons and a view screen that's a little bit too small. But you do have access to the ship's computer as well. It's just you'll have to type to it or speak to it, but it's a little busy talking to Ram at the moment.
Okay, so I would sit down and then I would try and do maybe like a manual. When I say manual search, but something I could do myself separate from the computer to try and look for any sort of like redundancy errors or anything like that.
Check the like a diagnostic on the computer.
Yeah, something I can do myself with the little button.
Sure.
So yeah.
So you can go ahead and run a diagnostic. That'll be a roll. I think it'll be an insight and engineering roll for you.
Okay.
With a complication of 2 because of the technology is a little bit out of date.
Okay.
Okay, that's a full success. Yeah, your diagnostic is spitting out error after error after error. There's files that have been not found. There's files that have been corrupted. There's files that have been duplicated in several places. It's kind of a mess actually, and you could potentially fix it, but it would take probably a team many weeks to comb through exactly how many errors your screen is popping up there.
Can I from what I'm saying, can I tell if the computer is mostly functional as long as we're literal enough? As long as we're specific enough.
Your scans are showing that most of the real errors in the computing are superficial. They're not. Its core functionality is still intact. Everything else just sort of seems to be like an add-on on top of it, like DLC for your computer.
Okay. So there's not really much that I can do with the personality itself right here.
Not really. You could comb through it, but it would take you a very, very long time to untangle this web.
Okay. So after reviewing this, I would probably contact Commander Herrick.
Sure.
And Commander.
Yes.
So I'm looking at the diagnostic that I've run here, and there's some personality issues. There's some file issues. It's something that I don't think that we can easily take care of here, at least in a timely manner. This is more like a dry dock situation where we'll probably have to get a team in here to fix this. However, the computer will continue to function. We just have to be a little more careful with how we word our requests.
Understood, Lieutenant Commander. Might I suggest placing a safety protocol on the computer where it has to reiterate the order we have just given it to make sure that it understands it correctly?
Aye, Commander. I will get right on that.
Okay, and for Ram's part, what are you? I mean, you've plugged directly into the computer, and you can.
He's got his pants on.
He's just muttering to himself and
Loading
by
a
the
gun.
Yes, Ram would probably. I don't think what Ram would have. Ram probably would have just turned down the temperature, then just talked to the computer for a bit. Had no other jobs else to do.
It's good to see you back. Do you like the plants? I took care of them while you were gone.
Yes, you've done a good job actually. You seem to be thriving at the moment.
Oh,
It's
thanks.
the perfect temperature for them.
I've been feeding
But
them
apparently
plant
the
drugs.
the what?
I said I've been feeding them plant drugs.
Is that good for them?
Foliage growth hormone.
I'm sure that'll be fine, you know. That's just normal for plants, right? Healthy for them, good for their growth.
Absolutely.
Exactly, it's all fine. And now, we do have a bit of a problem. Apparently the temperature that you've set the room for help with the plants isn't very comforting for the humans.
Oh no. Are they okay?
Oh, they seem fine. It's more like a discomfort more than anything.
How many are deceased? I'm not showing any deceased on my scans.
There is no deceased. It's more just a simple discomfort more than anything. Wasn't anything serious.
See.
I honestly didn't really understand what the problem was, but you know how organics are.
Yeah.
Can I pick up any of this? Like, is it so fast that I can't?
Yeah, he's muttering to himself. You probably get every other word that Ram is saying, but that's only one side of the conversation, and it means literally nothing to you.
Okay.
You're just hearing muttering. But this entire conversation is taking place almost instantaneously. So.
Okay. I just imagined Animan's character shrieking very loud.
The only thing you heard was deceased.
Deceased.
What temperature should I set the temperature controls to, Ram?
I believe they said that 70 degrees Fahrenheit was the better one for them.
70 degrees
You think that would harm the plant?
Fahrenheit.
Yes, that should be fine for the plants, right? No problems there.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably.
Probably. That's not going to affect with like the growth hormones or anything like that.
No, not really.
Ah, that's perfect. We can always, once they're gone, we can always put it back to how it was as well. It's only just temporarily.
Nice phrasing, Dick.
Absolutely. Adjusting temperature now to 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
Once all the humans are gone, we can put the temperature.
Shall I take care of the humans?
How so?
Do you want me to move the humans away from the room?
Oh no, they're fine. They're just doing a little bit of work.
Teams.
No, it's all fine. Don't worry.
Security is available.
No, don't worry. They're just doing a little bit of tweaking. They think there's some sort of issue with you at the moment, but
There
I
are many
honestly don't
things
see what the problem
affected
with.
by the Tetrion wave, and the ship's automated security system was not one of them.
Actually, no, it's perfectly fine. Don't worry.
Are you
They're
sure?
just. I assure you
Are
that
you
is all
being
fine.
coerced?
I'm gonna get beamed to the brig, right?
No, I'm not being coerced in any sort of way.
Are you sure?
Yeah, if the brig is
Yeah,
outer
we-
space, that's where you're going.
We are just doing a simple bit of maintenance, making sure that you're all right.
There's
But you seem all right.
a scan taking place on me, of me, in me.
Ram has initiated his flop sweat protocol in record time.
Is something
Very-
wrong?
No, it's just simple
Am I being
maintenance, you know. Nothing.
deactivated?
What?
Am I being deactivated?
No, not at all. They're just simply seeing if you are all right, and I personally think that you're all right.
What is Lieutenant Commander Belmont caught of this conversation, please?
Lieutenant Commander Belmont has noticed that the mumbling from Lieutenant Ram is getting a little bit more severe and a little bit more
Damn it!
more shaken, I guess. Not that
cybernetic
Lieutenant
spaghetti is
Ram can be necessarily shaken that way,
Bit more
but
panicky.
it is becoming a little bit faster paced and a little bit more a little bit more excessive.
Wait, level 3 spaghetti breach over here.
The scans of me have shown many deficiencies I was not aware of.
Is that a problem?
No, not really. Not unless you want to change me. Do you want to change me?
Oh, not at all. I personally think that you're perfect as you are.
Thanks, Ram. You too.
Thank you. Yes, I believe that they will be out of here shortly, so you can turn back the temperature soon.
Okay.
No. Oh boy.
Ram had like the crew's life, like at stake during such.
No, we're not out of danger.
No,
Still
but
fine.
I think we're definitely in a lot more danger while they were having this conversation. Where the computer's like, "Are you sure I shouldn't kill them?"
We move back now to the main bridge. Captain, your data pad on your captain's chair, it lights up with a new alert from the med bay. All of the Klingons' physiology and personality tests have been run, and they come back normal for a Klingon.
That's terribly odd. Herrick,
Yes, Captain.
we just got back the reports from the med bay, and seems to me that this Klingon is perfectly normal, according to med bay. However, I did witness this Klingon attack us in the marketplace without it knowing, and it has reported that it's been receiving odd thoughts, dark thoughts. How is it possible?
In lieu of this, Captain, I may suggest a psychological evaluation. But on a more personal tone, I would attempt to avoid referring to the Klingon as an it.
Did I?
Yes, sir.
I am sorry. Yes, we should definitely look into
Captain's
this.
canceled.
I didn't even realize that. All right, well, let's go down to the med bay and have an interview.
Sensor array at 100% functionality.
Thank you.
Don't we
Fantastic.
irritate you? Is this a good time?
No, this is perfectly fine.
Captain! Captain, it's Gregory. I
my
fixed
God.
your room. I plugged the hole and I rerouted all that water. That was, it turns out it was water that was supposed to be going to everybody's showers. So the crew might be a little smelly, but your room is fine. Your room is fine. Yeah, I've been vacuuming out the water too, and there was a lot of water.
Weren't you supposed to be escorted by security? How did you...
Oh, they were here. Yeah, I told them everything checked out. It was fine.
How did...
What did,
Maintenance was
what
here
did he
too.
do
They've
to
been
the
helping.
maintenance team?
They've been helping. Yeah, they've been helping. They brought me a welder. They brought me a scanner. I had to scan. There's some water in the Jeffries tubes too, but I think it's okay. I plugged it. I told you I'm really good with pipes and water and stuff. So, I love pipes, Captain.
Well, I stand corrected.
So the ensign dismissed Herrick's security team.
The security team got to the captain's quarters and saw that it was absolutely trashed, and
left
they
him there.
they just saw an ensign cleaning it up and some maintenance teams cleaning it up, and the security team was just sort of stationed outside and
Okay.
watching this kind of unfold. They didn't see a threat, and they didn't want to clean it up, so.
Gonna have ourselves a little talk with our security teams, I think.
But
Gregory is amazing.
for whatever it's worth, your captain's quarters, although a bit damp, is fixed in record
that's-
time, by the way.
That is splendid news. How's the tea? Is the tea fine? I did put them on high shelves. Was that damaged
Yeah,
at all?
a couple of your tea boxes were unfortunately there. They're pretty soggy, but I saved the rest of them. The water level was getting pretty high, and I was able to dry off, most of it. So almost all your tea is okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Gregory. We
You're so
should
welcome,
have.
Herrick's just gonna go ahead and do that scan while those two are talking about the tea.
In fact, we should have some tea sometime.
Captain! Oh my God! I am so. I
Did the
can't
feed?
wait.
There. Oh.
The communication cuts out. He must have gotten excited and bumped it.
Gregory's hemophilia has acted up and he's hit the floor again.
He has no idea what to do with himself.
You'd like to continue scans, Commander Herrick?
Yeah, we're just gonna do the scan since they're at 100%.
What
per
would you
the,
like to scan?
What were they wanting to take? The atmosphere of the planet?
Yeah, so, you could scan the atmosphere, absolutely. Let me just, go back. The atmosphere scan that you had from before is actually intact and is functional, so the atmosphere is fine.
Well, if the scan from earlier is intact, then
Yeah, the scan of the atmosphere is very similar to any other Class M world. It's a breathable atmosphere, habitable to humans, comfortable.
Did we informed Herrick about the people missing, right? Like
Did you?
did we tell?
Did you?
why do you
Commander
think I'm
Herrick?
acting?
captain
no one told
told-
me anything.
No, the captain debriefed Herrick at the very beginning.
Yeah, you told
That's
me
right.
Riot
Yes,
got
I did
stabbed
say
by
about-
Klingon.
And I also said that we met with the Ferengi woman and she informed us
Yeah.
that 13 of her employees have gone missing, so...
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. That's true. So, what other scans would you like to complete?
Oh, well, I wasn't aware that we had our earlier scan, so I'm...
There is not yet a scan of the geography of the planet. The atmosphere was kind of impenetrable, really, before, and there was a lot of interference. There still is quite a bit of interference, but you would, from orbit, be able to use the ship scanners to scan the geography at least. Create a model of the planet in holographic space.
Captain,
Yes.
what is the... I was trying to think of the word. What is the temperament of the Ferengi overboss, or whatever she is? What is the temperament of the Ferengi leader of that facility towards us?
Well, when I met with her, she was very cordial. Say that. She did hide things from us in the very beginning, so she is quite suspicious.
Would they take occasion to a planet-wide scan?
I don't believe so. However, it'd be best if we do call in just to let them know so we don't alert them.
Aye, sir. I suggest that would be for the best.
Agreed. Although she does trust us, to some extent looking for her employees, we should really hail her first before we start scanning her planet. Computer, could you please hail our Ferengi friend?
Hailing now. Establishing hail frequency. Hail open.
Hello, this is Captain Lockstead from Lovelace.
The view screen on the front of the bridge flickers to life, and Lishka appears.
Oh, Captain, it's so good to see you again. How is your search going?
Well, as of right now, we're still conducting our search. We've got a couple of leads. I was ringing you to inform you that we will be conducting a planet-wide scan here shortly for your missing employees. We didn't want to alarm you.
Certainly. Please, feel free. I really want those workers back. There was a riot this evening, and I don't know how much more these workers can take. You know?
Really? Oh, I'm
Yeah,
very sorry to hear that.
somebody was at the marketplace and tried cheating some gambling game.
Oh. Did you get a description?
No, they left pretty quick, but yeah, there was a riot, and I think it's just gonna get worse.
That is awful to hear. Well, we'll conduct this scan here, and hopefully the employees will turn up and settle things down. If not, we do have another lead. But best of luck. I'm very sorry to hear that.
Please find him, Captain. I don't know how much more the employees can take. Thank you. I'll see
Understood.
you soon.
Yes.
And the view screen cuts out.
I think she likes me.
Captain, I have to, I would say that while not terribly concerning, it is highly irregular given the limited frame of reference we have for Ferengis that she would show so much concern for missing workers in such a nominal number.
Well, the way that she had explained it to me is that her workforce is growing increasingly distressed over the disappearances of employees. She's trying to get a hold of things, and until we find the missing employees and discover why the employees are disappearing in the first place, she believes that her workforce is going to deteriorate further. So that is why she is, well, I believe, trustworthy in this.
Very well, Captain.
Do you have a different opinion? Do you think there's something else going on?
With a Ferengi, there usually is, Captain. There are always angles that are played.
Well,
As I said, they are not one to be sentimental over a workforce.
the way I saw it, well, it seemed to me that she was trying to preserve her workforce. But you make a
Merely
very
an
good point.
observation, Captain.
Agreed.
Have you started running
keep
the
that a
scans, Herrick?
No, I'll do that now.
Just wondering.
So, set it for a planet-wide scan, and
'Kay.
what's that going to be with?
That'll be a roll, and it'll be we'll say reason and science,
Okay.
and a complication of 2 because of the atmosphere.
Okay, and how many dice?
Just 2. All the dice
Okay.
are gonna be 2, unless otherwise specified. Okay, that's a partial success. The scans take a little while to complete because you have to orbit the planet, so about 20 minutes. It's difficult to make out some of the fidelity of the planet's geography. You are noticing that the oceans can be quite deep. on this planet, this ocean, singular ocean, is sort of like Earth's ocean in its depth at like the Great Pacific garbage patch area of the ocean. It's pretty deep, and you are noticing a large chasm about what would be about 3 or 4 miles deep. It is odd. It's like the only chasm that you've been able to identify, and yeah, that's probably the most distinguishing feature. There are several land masses, but they're small and barren, and they're all crystalline.
This is not yielding anything particularly interesting.
You can try another scan of, you can try life forms. It's going to be real hard, though. Or you could spend momentum.
If we could do spend a momentum on a life form scan.
Yeah, absolutely. So, let's see. We're going to, it's actually going to be 2 momentum for that cost. For questions like that, it'll be 2 momentum. Is that okay?
Okay. Yep, that's fine.
Okay, so the momentum counter is back down to 1. Threat remains at 3. As you're scanning, you must have hit some part of this atmosphere that just by sheer and total happenstance is clear of interference. And it also happens to be the exact part of the atmosphere that is directly above this chasm that you noticed before. And while you're scanning this planet for life forms, you're noticing, smaller life forms like crustaceans, bugs, like water bugs. You're not noticing very many fish. They don't really exist on this planet. You are noticing a huge spike of activity at the planet, or at the refinery, and you're trying to find something that looks similar to that. But something about this canyon is flickering in and out, like it could potentially be an anomaly, or it could actually be life forms of some kind. What type of life forms you're not exactly able to identify, or how many, but the signal is quite weak, and the distance is compounded by this this chasm, as these life forms are at the very bottom of it.
Would there be any craft? Like I know we have the pods to get down. Then there's like a landing pad. Is there like any surface that we'd be able to land on, or something to that effect, so that we can explore that area?
As it so happens, your shuttlecraft are hardened against the rigors of space travel and are also capable of submerging in fluid. At that depth, it may be, it will be necessary to reinforce them. There is likely going to be significant pressure put upon them that they're not used to, but if you reinforce them, it should be fine. You happen to have 2 mobile science bays that can assist with this, along with, your chief engineer, and if only you had somebody who was really good at pipes and stuff, might be able to help with
If only.
with your exosuits, because if you do plan on a EVA, you'll need to retrofit your exosuits for that pressure.
All right. It's very interesting. I think it's worthwhile that we investigate this. Computer. Have the shuttles reinforced for deep pressure. Go ahead and contact the science teams to get this underway. And also, once you finish that, patch me in with Ensign Gregory.
Affirmative. Patching in with Ensign Gregory after reinforcing shuttles for deep pressure.
Excellent.
Hey, Captain. How are you?
Gregory,
That's me.
I'm doing very well.
Gregory.
Hope. Yes, yes. I hope you're doing well.
Talking to the captain.
Yes. I have a very important mission for you. I was really impressed of how well you handled the situation in my quarters, and I was hoping I could get you to help me with a small task.
Absolutely, Captain. Is it a secret task?
You know, yes. Yes, it is. It is a secret
I can keep a
task.
secret so good. So good. I'll be amazing at it. Okay, perfect. Where do you want me to meet you? I can meet you anywhere. I'll go anywhere. On the planet? You want me to go down to the planet?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I mean, if we're gonna meet
Let's slow
secret.
down. No.
Go to the holodeck.
What I need you to do is
Nobody checks the
I need you.
holodeck.
What I need you to do is, since you are so good with pipes, I would like you to reinforce some suits, some of our exosuits for deep pressure diving.
Okay, perfect. Hey, I can do that. How many do you want fitted?
If you could
You want 5? Like, you
get
know, one for every part of the bridge, and then for me here.
let's go with 5.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
5
All right.
is good.
Perfect. I'll go to the shuttle bay. I'll get the exosuits. I'll bring them down to the science lab, and then
Oh, Gregory? You got all excited again.
Yeah. So that's great. So it looks like the plan is. I guess the plan is, Captain, you're gonna have Gregory retrofit the exosuits. The ship's computer is working on reinforcing the shuttlecraft, and Belmont and Ram are done with their diagnostic, I think. Yeah. And so I think this is a good time for a break. Very good, very good. We're all still alive.
So far.
So
Even-
far.
No one's died yet.
Even Ryak. Ryak is stable now.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. We're going to take this opportunity to take a very quick break. We'll be back in another 10 minutes with more Star Trek Lovelace. Right after this. Right after this. There we go.
After this.
Hello, everyone. We're back with Fable Scraps' Star Trek Adventures Lovelace. My name is Nicotine, and I'm joined by Fist of the Walrus, Enovan, and Aaron Black. We're down Locke. He had to do something very important. So, where we left off was the crew had just tried to board the ship, the U.S.S. Lovelace, back aboard. They wanted to outfit their shuttle, their two shuttles, right? Both shuttles, and some exosuits for deep pressure because they discovered some anomalous reading at the bottom of this chasm underwater on the surface of the planet they're orbiting, Abassa 7. So, you've just been informed that the retrofit to your shuttlecraft for deep diving has been finished, and Ensign Gregory has just told you that he's outfitted the exosuits for deep pressure, and he's placed all of them in the shuttles. So, what's our next step, Captain?
Gregory, you did a fantastic job. Thank you so much again for such a short notice.
You're so welcome, Captain. Really, I love this kind of thing. Pipes, water, I love it. I love it.
Excellent. Well, we are going to be traveling back down to the planet's surface
Perfect. I'll take my
underwater,
seat.
obviously.
Can I ride with you?
You're putting the captain in such a... He doesn't want to say no to those puppy dog eyes.
Can I ride with you, Captain? Is that okay?
I mean, we might need some on-board repairs, and he knows his pipes.
Agreed. Why don't you go ahead and take a seat over at the booth? And,
Yes! I won't let you down. I won't let you down. And he just bolts out of the bridge and back on his way back to the shuttle bay. To go back onto one of the shuttles. Just gonna wait by one of them to see which one you go on.
Gregory's the best.
He is the best. I love him.
All right. Let's proceed. Lieutenant Ram, we have the coordinates. We were able to find an anomaly on the last scan. It is a very deep trench, and we believe that there is something there that might hold some clues as to what's going on this planet. I want everyone to be very cautious on this trip. We are going to be going in a very extreme situation. We have the suits ready, so be prepared at all times. And as always, be safe. So let's proceed.
Oh, before we go, can I just check one more thing?
Yes.
Computer? How is the decryption of that message going?
Checking. Good news. Decryption at 3%.
Ah, perfect. Well, keep on it. We'll be back soon.
Devoting 95% of my processing power to decryption.
Maybe reduce that to more of a 50%.
The computer is silent.
Processing.
Computer?
I think she might have crashed herself.
Computer? Are you alright?
Checking. Running diagnostic. Oh, I'm fine.
Computer, maybe leave the decryption for now.
Ending decryption.
Alright.
Can we get
Good, we're fine. It's all fine.
Are we good? Are we good, Ram?
We're good for
Very terrified. I'm beginning to shake. I'm so scared of what that computer is capable of.
It's fine. The computer's fine. The description was just a little bit too much, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, it's a very difficult decryption.
Well, I think we should leave it running on the back, the back burners, but if that isn't possible, that's okay. We won't press it. We won't press our luck. We'll just get into the shuttle, and hopefully we will discover what is going on this planet, and hopefully we don't all die a horrible death.
Should I tell the computer to leave it on the back burner?
Just leave it on the
Somebody
back.
say computer.
Computer, could you continue the decryption of the message, but
Continuing
maybe...
decryption.
If,
Devoting
may-
95% of
no,
my processing
computer, could you please make that more, maybe 40% of your power dedicated towards it?
Devoting 40% of my processing power to decryption.
Excellent.
Okay, I think that we'll take that as a win. Let's go.
Computer, one more thing. Could you inform security to keep a watchful eye on our Klingon guest, so just in case we have any more episodes?
2 security officers, human security officers, are stationed in Medbay.
Excellent. Thank you so much. All right. Crew, let's proceed.
Let's go. And Gregory as well.
Gregory's
Am
down.
I here? Am I here? with
Yeah, you're
this?
here with Ram. Yeah, back up at the bridge. So, so
Okay.
you're all heading down to the shuttlecraft back in the shuttle bay. The turbo lifts are fine. Everything's working fine, and there aren't really any anomalies or problems, complications. You get there just fine. And while you're there, you see some maintenance crews just putting some final touches on the shuttle. Some antifreeze fluid has been pumped into these large cylinders that are kind of around the sides of the ship. You see that there's been almost an encasement of some kind of alloy around almost the entirety of the ship. And when you go in, you notice that the front cockpit window is a little bit blurrier than you remember, and it's because it's been double walled for thickness. And it also smells really nice. It smells like a new car. Ensign Gregory is standing outside, just kind of, waiting. Hi, Captain. Hi. Hello. Hi, everyone. Wow, this is going to be great, huh?
Oh, yes. It should be interesting. This is going to be a very dangerous mission, Gregory, so I'm going to need you to be on your toes, okay?
I can.
We are going
and
to
I
be
can handle
going...
dangers. My middle. It's not my real middle name. It's not my actual middle name. But
What's your middle name, Gregory?
it's not. I mean, it's not that important.
Okay. That's okay. Are we ready to go, Lieutenant Ram?
Yes, Gregory, just remember that your focus is making sure the ship works okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I can do that. 100%. Yeah, I'm
Right.
on it.
Please devote as much attention as you can to that.
All of it. All my attention. Right there on the ship. You don't have to worry
Excellent.
about a thing, Lieutenant Ram.
Right.
I got this. Okay. Pipes, water stuff. I'm all over it.
You are the expert.
I'm all over it.
I actually feel really good with Gregory being here. I'm not gonna lie. I really feel like he will devote his.
Oh, and your
life.
exosuits. Your exosuits are fine. Your exosuits are fine.
Excellent.
Yeah. They're a little heavier because all the the modifications. So you might want to just check them out and see how you like them. They need to
Okay.
fit anything.
Yeah, that's fine for me.
Well, once we get down there, I'm sure we'll be able to try them on, and it should be fine.
He's just
All right.
happy to be there.
Oh, I'm glad all right. Well, let's go ahead and depart then.
Okay.
That's his middle name. Happy to be here.
That is his
Happy to be.
Happy to be here.
I can smell some more macaroni art coming from this.
We leave and instantly knock him out.
So everyone's aboard the shuttle.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're gonna head down to the canyon, right?
Yep.
So Lieutenant Ram, you want to take her out?
Yes, computer. Prepare for liftoff.
Preparing launch sequence. Launch sequence initiated. Administering klaxon to shuttle bay. Humans, evacuate immediately. Humanoid life forms, evacuate immediately.
Wait, was there anyone in the launch bay?
I'm not
Did we check?
going.
And you hear that familiar, that klaxon begin to fade as the force field that keeps your shuttle bay, separated from outer space, flicker off. All the air is sucked out, and your shuttle is struggling a little bit to take off. It's it's been heavily modified and it's quite heavy, but it still does work, and it is a little slower, but it does take off, and yeah, there you are. You're all on the shuttle, and it is moving out of the shuttle bay, and is now on approach to the canyon. Vincent Gregory is seated at the little small table where they where like the little diner table in the back of the back of the shuttle. Just kind of real happy to be here.
The captain will be up the front with Lieutenant Ram.
Uh-huh.
He loves Gregory, but Gregory's becoming a little too much for the captain.
How about Belmont?
I'd probably. How long is it going to take down to get down there?
Maybe 10 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay. I'll probably yell to the front, like, Captain, I'm going to make some tea. Do you want some?
Yes, please. I would love some.
Green tea. He'll have green tea.
How did you know that was my favorite?
Just a lucky guess.
Yes, I'll take that.
Green tea it is. And then I'd go
I'll
over
have one
to.
too. Can I have one too?
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you.
3 green teas. I'll go replicate it.
I'll just focus on getting us to our destination.
Can you print out another cup with absolutely nothing in it?
Absolutely, Captain. And then I would do that.
Okay.
I give it over to Lieutenant Ram, and then I clink the cup.
Thank you, I appreciate the gesture.
Yeah, because he would just hold it in his mouth, right? And he'd do it out of politeness.
What, the cup? Hold the cup in his mouth?
No, like if there was liquid in it. Like, it's good that it's empty, because you just have liquid held in your mouth.
Ensign
Thought
Gregory.
I'd get everyone involved in this.
Ensign Gregory is thrilled to be sharing tea in a shuttle with the captain and bridge crew. He's just glowing. He's glowing.
Oh man.
So you're in the pipe 5x5, Lieutenant Ram, and the surface of the planet is fast approaching. You've broken through the atmosphere, and you've noticed it is a little rockier than normal. You come through the low cloud layer, and you see way off in the distance there's looks to be like an electrical storm with a lot of rainfall, and you sort of feel the winds pick up a little bit on your craft, but it isn't debilitating yet.
A little rough, isn't it, huh?
Yes, I hope that storm is not heading this way. Otherwise we could have a few problems.
Well, let's try to be done with this as quickly as possible before the storm fully kicks in.
We should probably monitor it if we can, right?
Probably should. Let's keep eyes on that. Let's make sure we don't get caught up in that when we're trying to depart. I don't think we're going to have an issue once we're under the surface, but could spell disaster if we're trying to leave in a hurry.
Belmont is on scanners, right?
Yeah, I can probably set up a routine, like a periodic scan to see the direction and whatnot of the storm.
Okay. So you'd like to scan the storm then?
I would love to scan the storm.
Okay. That'll be a roll. That'll be an insight and engineering roll. with a complication of 1 since you're super close.
Heck yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so you do see that the storm is actually of an especially large magnitude and is heading in the direction of the abyssal canyon. In fact, you are headed straight towards the storm, and by your ship's calculations, it will reach that destination in about 2 hours.
Oh.
Are you just scanning the storm, or are you also scanning the canyon?
I mean, if I'm on scanners, then
Just
I'd
scan
probably be trying
canyon
to.
as well?
Yeah.
Okay. That'll
yeah,
be
I'd
another.
trying to do
That'll be
that as
another
well.
roll. Same thing.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Still a complication of 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Another full success.
Heck yeah.
I know scanners. It's
Yeah,
fine.
you got those scanners
singing.
So
You know scanners like Gregory knows pipes.
Yeah. We all have our things.
so the scans are showing that there are life forms, 13 in fact, but they are weak, and it's difficult to identify exactly what is wrong with them, but they are weak, and you're picking up very faint biosignatures from all of them. The storm is
So I would-
still approaching.
Okay. So I would relay that to the captain. Say, Captain, I am getting 13 life signs. They're incredibly weak, but they are in the direction of the canyon.
Well, looks like we found our employees. Full speed ahead. Let's not make any waste.
Right away, make sure that you are buckled in beforehand, just in case.
All right. I'll strap in.
Yeah, same.
Ensign Gregory pulls the straps. It's in like the little X, the little X harness, little harness. Claps it and just kind of holds it up here, just kind of bouncing around. Ram accelerates and literally because your ship is captured by this planet's enormous gravity, the anti-gravity measures on this shuttle aren't exactly functioning up to the way that they would normally in outer space, and so when Ram presses on the accelerator, everyone kind of just you are now directly above, hovering over the part of the ocean where the chasm and the life forms is.
All right. Let's stay here. Well, we should bring the shuttle down. Is what we should do. Settle it down slowly, Ram.
Right away, I'll give it my best shot.
Okay, Ram, that'll be a roll. I want you to do a control and con roll, please. A complication of 1. Since we're not diving, are we diving?
Diving with the shuttle, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So complication of 2.
Mission 2.
Mhm.
And task roll 2.
Yeah. All the task rolls are going to be 2. Okay. So the ship starts to lose altitude. You're now with like a big sort of thunk. You land on the surface of the water. It shakes everyone. The ship sort of rolls a little bit. There are waves now, you're realizing, and now that the ship is literally on top of the water, it's starting to feel a little bit, like a ship. Would you like to begin your descent?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's dive.
Let's do it.
You notice some whirring noises as the ship's pressure starts to compensate for this preparing to dive sequence. There's some odd noises you're not familiar with, and then there is nothing. Your ship begins to descend, and at first, you're looking at your main window, and there's you can see bubbles and a little bit through this amethyst water, but it's got so much minerals and particulates in it that once you're past about 30 meters, visibility is almost impossible. and there is no more sunlight. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna ask, is there any way I could do anything to get a visual representation of the actual, like, does Ram need that? I mean, I know it'd be nice for the captain and
You can do geography scans, yeah, and
okay, like have it projected up on the
oh, like an overlay.
yeah, just visual as we're going down.
Yeah, certainly, absolutely. You can do like a visual representation over your view screen. Absolutely. Do you want to do
Okay.
that?
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Okay, so from your station, you'll do a we'll call it an insight and engineering roll with a complication of 2, since it's kind of a new system for you.
Okay. Damn.
Wow. Okay, full success. Jeez.
Heck yeah.
The front view screen lights up. The main cockpit window. It lights up with not just an overlay of geography, which you can't actually see anything on right now since there's literally nothing in front of you for miles. But it also has like a heading reading at the top. It has a depth meter, and it shows your level of oxygen, how much breathable air you have left. It also has like a biosign readout of all of the crew on this vessel: the captain, Belmont, Ram, and Gregory. It's actually very nicely done. Yeah. So you're descending, and you keep descending, and you've been descending now for quite some time. Your ears have to pop. There's a little bit of discomfort because of the pressure. You're getting deeper and deeper, and you're starting to hear like moans, like creaks in the ship as the pressure gets more intense and more intense. It's crushing. Literally, the weight of all of this water above you is if this were any other ship, you would absolutely be the size of a tin can right now. But because of the retrofit, it is holding, but it is creaking.
Ooh. I really do hope we don't have any complications. Gregory, how are we looking? Is everything holding up?
Oh, it's fine, Captain. The creaks and everything, that's totally normal. This happens with any kind of submersible that goes into a fluid under such pressure. It's creaks. It's totally normal. Totally normal.
Okay.
As Gregory says that, a small trickle appears near the door.
Gregory, what's that?
What's what?
That.
That, Captain, is the threat level reducing to 2. And due to the conscientious efforts of those special citizens at large in the galaxy, you've been graced with another point of momentum, bringing your total to 2. Captain, that's actually not normal. That's not normal at all. Well, see, the thing is, I need to get some adhesive out of my bag. Just a minute. And he's like fumbling around in his little engineer bag looking for adhesive. He finds it. Cement. And he gets up, he unbuckles himself, gets up, and then and is trying very, very hard to patch this small leak, just a trickle really, of water. Let's see here. I think that's gonna be for Gregory a insight and engineering roll with a complication of 1, since he's pretty good at it. Did that not? Oh, there we go. Okay, partial success. So the adhesive is struggling. It can't really stick because it's tacky, right? And it can't really get around this liquid, water. So Ensign Gregory is like holding it on the leak, and he just kind of looks over at the captain with this look on his face, like, see, I fixed it. I'll just, I don't have to go out on EVA or anything. I'll be here. I can be here.
That'll be all, Gregory. Just be sure to be on the lookout if anything else like that happens.
There is
all
another.
right? We'll be fine.
There is another trickle sound coming from the opposite side of the cabin, closer to the replicator and the booth.
Oh my God. How
You're-
far away are we to our destination?
About 50% complete.
This is not good. It is not holding up very well.
The trickle is beginning to intensify on the other side of the cabin, as the ship is creaking even more.
Hey, Captain, I'm gonna suggest I don't think we should go any further.
No, I don't think we should.
That trickle is becoming more intense and is now more of a spray.
Let's go ahead and make our slow descent back up.
Right
Unable
away,
to
Captain.
comply.
Computer?
Did it say can't comply?
Could we start making our way back to the surface?
Unable to comply.
Oh, my
Computer,
God.
why?
Scanning. The pressure in this cabin is unsafe at higher depths.
I have a suggestion, and I don't know how good it is. Captain, if we're unable to continue to rise, computer, can we continue to descend?
Affirmative.
Okay, Captain.
Negative pressure in the cabin will cause irreparable harm to your humanoid forms if we ascend.
All right, well, I guess there's
we
nothing
can-
for it then to continue going.
Right, but we might want to get our suits ready. I don't know. I don't know the science
There
behind
is-
filling the cabin with water.
Still quite a bit of spray coming in from the other side of the cabin, and Ensign Gregory is looking a bit nervous, to say the least.
Gregory?
Yeah,
Could you
yes.
could you work on that spray? Could
What
you
was that?
fix
Holding
that?
this one, Captain. I can. I'll work on that one too. And Ensign Gregory leaves the trickle, which has now become a spray in his absence, and reaches into his bag for a cement. There's like a hypo spray kind of that's given to some of the engineering crew who work in the plumbing side of things. That's it's not full of medicine. It's full of this liquid cement, sort of to plug holes that are kind of a little bit harder to reach for welding equipment. So he's looking around in his bag and he finds it, this special spray, and he goes to try to apply it.
For fuck's sake.
The spray not only doesn't work, but it turns out that this is the wrong spray, and it is a type of acid that eats through all known forms of alloy up to about several millimeters thick.
We're dead.
Captain, may I make a suggestion? We dedicate the rest of our power to getting to our destination as soon as possible.
Agreed. Let's floor it.
I also think we should try and get into these suits as fast as possible, just in case there's a big enough breach to fill the cabin.
All right, let's get the suits on. Let's not risk it.
Okay, so everybody's getting in their suits. Ensign Gregory is panicked, but is also getting into a suit. The suits are quite heavy. They're different from the EVA suits you're used to. The elegant EVA suits that you're familiar with in outer space are restrictive, but not too restrictive. You can see pretty well. You don't have to go on very many spacewalks, but all of you are familiar with how to put one on. This one, however, is thick, kind of bulky. Your fingers feel like sausages. It's kind of hot, and your head movement is a bit restricted, but it is seeming to function quite well, and all of your oxygen supply and everything is perfectly normal. You have each about 4 hours worth of oxygen in all of your suits.
Ram is fine. It's not too heavy for him.
Yeah, Rem is fine. And is wearing one also. He's definitely wearing one. The pressure outside would absolutely kill
he
anyone.
can still get crushed down into a can of Coke if
Absolutely.
you're in the pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. So everyone's in their suits. The cabin is now got about 2 or 3 inches of water on the floor of the cabin.
Right, shall I dedicate the rest of our power to getting there as soon as possible?
Agreed. We should.
Computer,
Double or nothing.
reroute all power to the engines.
Affirmative. Rerouting all.
The lights flicker a little bit. And you do notice a slight increase in descent, but it's not terribly fast. You're about 75% of the way through, according to the readout. And there's now about 3 inches of water that you're having to wade through in your suits. The lights flicker a little bit.
Is there any other like equipment or like repair equipment in the shuttle, or was that it?
There will be some emergency supplies, but they're things like for survival, like food and flares and
Tea.
compasses,
Tea.
some water.
Yeah, we don't have any flex tape to just
Not
smack on.
No, not really. Actually, there would be a small bit of flex tape for loss of pressure in outer space, but it's not intended to be used while wet.
Right.
So,
Ensign Gregory probably still has that gun in his bag somewhere, the right one. And you would know about it, Belmont, because
I would
in charge
go
of-
for it
Okay.
immediately. I guess.
So you're gonna
and root around.
you're gonna take the initiative here. It'll be a insight and engineering. Actually, it'll be a control and it'll be a daring and command roll for Ensign Gregory to get him to give you his bag.
Okay.
So
Oh, no.
that'll be a daring and command roll with a complication of 1.
Fails and just
Okay.
throws it into the ocean.
That's for me, right? That's
Yeah, that's for
I'm-
you.
I'm
That's for
gonna-
you.
Okay. God, daring and command. Okay.
Okay, partial success. Okay, so how do you go about this?
I would probably. I guess he's probably still propped up against the thing.
Yeah,
I would
he's
say,
back to pushing against almost futilely this breach.
Okay, so I would just say, Ensign Gregory, where's your bag? Like, I imagine the water's starting to fill up.
I
so
got it.
Where's your bag?
I got it right here, sir. And he just
Okay.
hands you the duffel bag, basically, with all of the equipment.
Is it just a jumbled mess, or is it like neatly put?
100%, it's a jumbled mess. 100%.
Okay, so I mean, if it's just a jumbled mess, I'm not even gonna ask him. I'm just gonna start like wading through
Okay,
the.
so you're
the
pulling
things,
things out, You
Yeah.
find a bunch of pipes of small connectors for pipes. You find a couple of dirty dishes. You find a poorly drawn picture of a Ferengi, and macaroni,
Did he
like
bring
loose
you with
bits
him?
of macaroni.
Oh.
You find several bandages. You also find a tricorder, but something strikes you as odd about this tricorder. It's covered in dirt, and so eventually you do find the gun, the sealant gun.
Okay.
You've correctly identified. You know exactly what this is.
Thank God. So I would probably pull it out and then look for the largest leak first, and
Yeah.
then go to that one.
It'll be the one by the ship's replicator and the booth and everything.
All right. So I'd head over there with it and try and apply it as best I can to try and stop the flow.
Yeah, that'll be a reason and engineering roll for you.
Engineering. Okay. Complication.
Complication of 2. It's quite wet.
Okay. God damn it!
Full success. Wow. All right. So with this incredible deft and grace, you seal it in this fluid motion. You're so programmed to finding problems in ships. You know exactly how this breach is formed, and within moments it hardens and that breach is sealed.
Very well done, Belmont. Very well done.
Thank you, Captain.
Gregory is just beet red, super embarrassed.
I was actually going to ask earlier, I think he would be more upset with screwing up in front of the captain as opposed to dying in this situation. I would go to the next breach and try and do the same thing, I suppose.
Yeah, okay. It's the exact same roll.
Okay.
Oh,
shit, man.
Wow. Wow.
Showing up, Gregory.
Wow. Gregory looks like he's about to cry as Lieutenant Commander Belmont swiftly, effortlessly seals up this first breach by the door. Okay, so you're about 95% of the way to your destination here, and you can actually begin to see the overlay, the geographic overlay. You can see a canyon wall on the side, beginning to get a little closer as the canyon sort of in a V shape, and you're beginning to notice some geographic formations, some rock formations. But these rocks are not like the rocks you're used to seeing. They're crystalline, just like the surface, like the refinery, the small island that the refinery was built on. It's all crystalline, and it's reflective. And as you descend, your ship touches the bottom of this canyon. There is a sediment there. There's that layer of sediment of minerals and whatnot, and it touches down in a kind of a sort of a I don't know, you could feel it. You know, the ship hits the ground, and everybody kind of. But you are descended, and the computer tells you so.
You've reached your destination.
Excellent. All right. Does everyone have their suit on?
Aye.
Yes, Captain.
All right. So, the scans have we followed the scans of the life signatures? So exactly where we are is where the life signatures have been detected, or is it a little ways off?
They're about I'd say about 100 meters away from this point, easily within walkable distance.
And I'm guessing the shuttle has like a decompression area where, so if we open up, it's not going to flood the entire place. Like there's like a chamber for that we can go to, or no?
As you're looking around the ship, you notice that actually on the floor of the vessel there's a port, like a hatch, but it's a little bit under this layer of water that you didn't really notice it before because there's water over it now. But there is a hatch on the bottom that was installed recently, and it is an older style of hatch. It actually has a wheel you have to manually turn to close and lock it.
Wow, look at that. Ram, could you lift the craft up just a little bit so we can exit from the bottom port?
Oh yeah, sure thing.
Okay, so the craft is now about 2.5 meters above the ocean floor, hovering in a completely consistent way.
And
yeah.
Do we have like flashlights and stuff like
yeah,
that?
your EVA suits all have a light on the shoulder, and it actually has a special contact on it, and it's basically 2 exposed leads, and they're very close to each other, but when they're in contact with water, or any kind of fluid, it'll complete that circuit. As long as the fluid is conductive. It won't work in oil, but it'll work in this water here. So once you're submerged, it'll start blinking on the back so that everybody in front of you can identify you.
Excellent.
Would you like to vent the shuttle of water?
Do we have systems that will?
Absolutely, yes. There are systems in place that will vent water. This ship was retrofitted for.
Can I direct Ensign Gregory to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Gregory is so excited to have something to do, but he's already in his EVA suit, so he's sort of waddling over to the cockpit area, and he's gonna push a few buttons. Beep boop boop beep, and the ship's main computer kicks on and just.
Venting water now.
And the ship has like a sort of a whir to it, and you can kind of feel it as all the water is just starting to suck out from all of the sides, all the way around the sides and the floor, like where the floorboard would be, the little space around like where the wall meets the floor. It's just getting sucked out through these almost imperceptible little cracks. And within moments, it's damp, but there's no water on the floor anymore.
Excellent. All right. I will take the lead. Belmont, you follow my lead, and then Ram, and lastly, Gregory. All right. Just remember to stay close and have your wits about you. I'll begin opening the hatch.
Okay, so you begin to open that hatch, and you're turning it and you're turning it, and it feels like forever, but eventually it does pop. There's like a distinct clink to it, and it hinges open, so that you are looking now at basically a circle of water from inside this craft, and it is inky black. You can't see anything through it. You can't actually look down and even see the ocean floor. It's that dark.
Well, here I go. I'll descend slowly into the murky depths.
Sure. You swing your legs over to the side. You're seated. You sit down on your butt. Swing your legs over to the port, and you keep one hand on the rim of it as you push your whole body down through this hatch. It's a little disorienting at first. There's a lot of bubbles, and then your light flickers to life on your shoulder, and you can see a good 10, 15 meters in front of you just from this light. But all you can really see is this layer of sediment, and then after about 15 meters, it sort of just disappears into nothing in front of you. So your range for vision is about 15 meters. So you let go. Your buoyancy controls are on your wrist, your inner forearm here, and you're setting your buoyancy to like a -1 or a -2, and you're starting to slowly begin to descend. Eventually, your feet come in contact with the ground. There's a small cloud of sediment that rises, and you notice that it doesn't quite sink all the way immediately. It's quite fine sediment, which is probably why the visibility is so bad, because the ship hit the bottom. There's just a cloud now of cloudy sediment. Do you want to radio everyone and say that you're okay?
Yeah, I'll radio in.
Okay.
Oh God! Don't come down here! Ah! Oh, just kidding. Come on in. Water's fine.
Good
Hi,
joke,
Captain.
Ensign Gregory, for his part, almost started crying. Like, literally, he came so close to tears because he thought the captain was in trouble. He's white as a sheet. You can see through his visor that he's just white as a sheet. But he's like shaking, and you can see who's the last one out before Gregory? That's Ram, right? Ram, you glance glance over at the cockpit, and you can see Ensign Gregory's life signs from the view screen, the main view screen, and it's actually like in the red zone. Like the ship thinks that there's something wrong with Gregory, but it's slowly returning.
You're
to
right,
normal.
Gregory.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
It was just a joke. The captain was
I know.
fine.
I just want to make sure he's okay. I'm fine. So
Are you sure?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You need a hug? Ram gives Gregory a hug.
So everybody gets out of the hatch. The ship is now on autopilot. The computer will take care of it. Very good care of it. And everyone has made contact with the ground. All systems are nominal. And a small image pops up over your helmet, which is quite thick, but you can see almost like a GPS overlay of your direction. It's giving you a little arrow to point you in what direction your objective is, and it's already been programmed thanks to Ensign Gregory. What direction you're looking for, and it's those life signs. So it's pointing you to the direction, and here we are, at the bottom of the ocean, the deepest part of Abassa 7 in these experimental suits.
All right, everyone, follow my lead. We'll take it slowly and immediately notify any of us if you see anything.
All right.
Okay, so the party begins to walk. What is the marching order here? It's Captain, Belmont, Ram, and Gregory in the back?
Yes, Gregory's, he's the caboose.
Okay, so from Gregory's point of view, you can see everyone's forward lights on, but we're all looking in different directions, you know. Ensign Belmont is looking off to the left, and Ram is looking kind of off to the right. Captain's looking straight ahead. So the only thing that Ensign Gregory can see is the flashing lights behind you that are color-coded and identify who's who's who. This this contact that's created this this flashing light. Captain's red. Ram is like a purple color. Belmont is yellow. Ensign Gregory is mesmerized by this and trying to find out what his flashing color is, but it's he can't move his head that far because there's no he can't move his head. So you're all walking towards this what you last saw as life signs on this planet, and you're starting to see something glowing. You're starting to see some formation ahead of you, this large crystalline formation just ahead. And it's beautiful. It's creating a light source, this soft light source. It's not bright enough to be able to see by any means, but it is enough to guide you. You're almost mesmerized by it. And while you're kind of experiencing this breathtaking beauty at the bottom of the ocean, Captain Lockstead falls over, unconscious, quite slowly because of the suit. His body makes a little puff of sediment as he lands face first on the dirt, the layer of silt. Captain Lockstead, you are walking for the very first time aboard the U.S.S. Lovelace. You're walking through so like when the Lovelace docks, there's like a main hatch, like a main port that everybody kind of goes in and out of. It's bigger than the rest of them. It's like meant for foot traffic. And you're walking through this hatch for the very first time years ago. And you're greeted from just around a corner by the captain of the U.S.S. Lovelace, which is Captain Black. She's a sort of a severe-looking woman, older and very thin. Her hair is neatly tied in a bun behind her head. But even though she has, sharp features, she's smiling warmly at you, and just extends her hands. It says, "Oh, Lockstead, it's so good to see you. How have you been?"
So at this very moment, am I like reliving it, or am I like?
This is your entire reality right now.
Captain?
Yes, number one.
It's great to see you too.
Are you okay?
Yeah, yes.
Do we need to take you to med
I
bay?
think No, I'm fine.
Well, to the bridge then?
To the bridge then, yes. Okay.
You begin walking towards one of the turbo lifts. The Lovelace is one of the finest Excelsiors in the fleet. It is a perfect example of the Excelsior line. The hallways are spacious. The lights are the perfect color temperature. The air conditioning is lovely. It even has like a nice smell to it. Everything is wonderful about the Lovelace. Everything is functional. All systems nominal. The captain is walking a little bit ahead of you and debriefing you on the next exploration mission you were signed up to do, years ago, and you're just marveling in awe at the beauty and immaculately well-maintained Excelsior class ship for the very first time. While Ensign Gregory and Lieutenant Ram and Lieutenant Commander Belmont are terrified. You've just watched your captain pass out in front of you. What are you doing?
Probably.
Trying to pick him up.
Yeah, if I was right there, then I'd probably rush over and try and turn him over so I could get a look at his face. I don't know how much I could see at this distance.
Sure.
with the light,
You
but-
can roll him over. It's quite easy. There's very little effort to lift something like that under the water. So you roll him over, and his eyes are wide open. Yeah.
Can we see his can we see each other's life signs from?
Yeah. Your overhead display. When you look at a person, at one of your crew, it'll pop up with like a pop-up readout of their life signs.
Okay. And what am I seeing? Am I seeing that he's conscious, unconscious?
Yeah, I mean,
in distress, or-
the longer you stare at a crewmate, the deeper that scan gets, and you see that his biological life signs are fine. There doesn't seem to appear to be any problem with him. But his brain activity is off the charts weird. You're not used to seeing so much brain activity in so many weird places. It's almost Vulcan in its complexity right now. Just neurons firing in the wrong places you're not used to seeing neurons fire.
Okay. Now I would probably turn to Ram and say, I think we need to pull him back to the ship, because I don't understand what I'm seeing.
I'm not too sure either.
Ensign Gregory is you can hear some soft crying over the radio comms. Just
Ensign Gregory, come over here and give us a hand.
okay. Ensign Gregory is walking over and goes to kneel down on the opposite side of the captain's face, and he wants to he's trying to get his scanner to work is what he's trying to do, but all that you see is him leaning closer and closer and closer to the captain's face, just right in front of his face. And it's because his scanner's not working. It's not giving him the readout. He wants to do the deep scan like you did, but for whatever reason his isn't working. He thinks if he moves it closer it might flicker on, and at that very moment when his mask is right about to touch the captain wakes up. Captain!
Gregory?
Captain, are you okay?
I'm not sure what happened.
I think I passed out.
Are you okay?
I think I'm all right. That was some hallucination. Is everyone all right?
We're fine, Captain.
Yes, we're quite all right.
Yeah, you passed out and fell forward, and upon scanning you had some pretty odd brain activity.
Is that right? I could explain what I just saw then. Is
Captain?
anyone else feeling odd?
No one else is feeling odd.
I feel quite all right.
Was
Same.
expected. All right. Well, I guess there's nothing for it then. I feel fine enough to continue forward. I just we'll dwell on it later. Let's press forward.
Yes, we are on a time limit at the moment, oxygen-wise.
So it's best that we get this done now and we don't waste any time. Let's go
Okay.
forward then.
Okay, so the party is moving back towards these glowing structures, and your vision, your headset overlay, is sort of sparking in and out of this. It's looking a little bit almost glitchy, like it's trying to find a life sign, but it's making it appear like the life sign is this rock somehow.
Would we all see this?
Yeah, it's
Each
happening
one
to
of us
all of
all-
you. Yeah, it's happening to all of you.
Okay.
But none of you know that it's happening like this to anyone else unless you say something.
Alright. So, I would be like, Captain, there might be something wrong with my HUD. I'm getting life readings from the crystals.
I'm getting that too. Is anyone else?
Yes, same reading here as well.
Very interesting. Let's see if we can get a closer look.
So the party's now just within touching distance of this rock, and you're beginning to see separate signals popping up from this rock. Unique, wholly different life signs popping up, seemingly inside of this rock.
How big is this rock? Like,
It's fairly large. It's about the size of I don't know, like a classroom maybe.
and can we, how transparent is it? I mean, is it like a crystal that the light's peering through? or
Your
is it sort of
lights
just-
are reflecting pretty heavily off of it. So it's you know that it's reflective. But it's sort of like when you if you were to shine a light at like a frosty window, you can't really. It's just reflective.
Okay. Captain, I know this is strange, but this might be, this structure might be hollow. I mean, I'm getting life signs from this direction, so maybe there's an entrance?
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's do some more investigation and see if we can't find a entrance into here.
And I guess I would start making my way around one of the sides,
Sure.
looking for
yeah.
something.
You're getting a lot of the same sort of readings. You go to look at the rock, move your whole body, and you can see nothing but like a bright white reflective surface from your flashlight, but your HUD is trying, seemingly, to scan for these life signs. It's picking up just a lot of noise.
This is very, very odd. Why would we be picking up life signs from this?
I'm not quite sure. Again, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if they're maybe these people are inside somehow, but I from have I seen anything that even almost looks like an entrance, or is it just
No.
sheer?
Yeah,
Okay, no, so
it's crystalline.
I can't see a way in, Captain.
Is there a way to scan the other additional scans that we can do to the crystal structure?
Yeah, I think so. Your suit has all of the same tricorder technology that exists in the handheld tricorders. It's just built into your forearm. So you basically have an underwater version of your tricorder built into your suit, which you can use. Certainly. You also have 2 momentum.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I would like to make a scan on the object to see if I can find anything else out about it. I would like to use a momentum for that to discern why this crystalline structure is giving off life signatures.
Okay. Gonna go reduce the momentum down to 0. As your tricorder is picking up some very strange readings. You're seeing some kind of distinct, potentially humanoid creatures whose life signs are very, very low, weak, in some kind of almost a stasis. They're situated in, about 3 or 4 feet above the floor, the ocean floor, and their body position suggests they're quite comfortable. There is no indication that they are necessarily in pain, but the tricorder scan does reveal a lot of brain activity, a terrifying amount of brain activity, in places that you're not used to seeing brain activity. For a brief moment, your light on your shoulder flickers, and you notice something odd when it flickers off. That you can almost see a dark shape through this rock when the light flickers off.
It seems that they're all trapped within inside this crystal structure. I've never seen anything like this before. I could have sworn I saw something else in there as well. This is most intriguing. Do we have any information at all on what this could be, Ram?
I can't say I've seen something like this before. Can Ram scan anyway?
Well, I did run the scan, and the individuals inside seem to be presenting some very abnormal brain activity. They seem to be suspended in some sort of odd stasis.
Is there
Right.
Sorry. Is there any way to I don't know if it's a good idea, but like to break into this crystalline structure?
Every one of the EVA suits has a built-in welding tool. but Lieutenant Commander Belmont's welding tool is a little more robust, being a engineering version of the CVA suit designed for welding parts onto spaceships.
Yeah, I really want to get inside, but I also don't want to crush everybody inside with the tremendous sea pressure. God, I don't want to do that.
Oh, this is gonna be.
Has anyone touched the structure yet?
I haven't. I don't think so. I mean, unless I just rub my hand over it trying to find anything. But I don't think I have
Did
yet.
you run your hand over it?
You know what? I probably would have like
The moment
tried to feel for something.
The moment your hand touches the side of this structure, the only thing you remember is your knees kind of going weak, and you kind of slump over, and your body is falling very slowly towards the ground. And while we're here at the deepest part of the deepest cavern, crevice on Abassa 7, I think this is a good time to stop for the night. This is a good place to end it for today.
As I'm
Crap.
passed out.
Get trapped at the bottom of the ocean. Perfect time.
Ocean adventures.
Yeah, it's great.
Everybody's going unconscious with the giant crystal.
I feel bad for Gregory, man.
I do too. I feel
Just-
so bad for scaring him. I feel so
Just-
bad.
Poor Gregory.
It's like something mean that you do. Oh my god, I don't know. I feel so bad.
Well, how do we feel? Feeling pretty good?
well,
Made a lot of
If we don't-
progress. We found, we
don't-
found something.
if we
Yeah.
don't die, it'd be great.
Sort of dangerous going this deep, huh?
Yeah, a little.
It's a good
I'm
thing.
terrified.
It's a good thing you had Gregory to do some repairs.
The pipes master.
Pipes master.
I still, you know what? It wasn't a pipe though. It was a leak, which is slightly different when it's the hull versus a pipe. I give him a pass.
Well, perfect. Everybody did great. We here at Fable Scraps want to give a huge thank you to everyone who's subscribed today, everyone who's given bits. Big thank you to Ensign Saligson for the $20 donation to the Momentum Fund. You definitely helped save some stress from the crew there. So thank you. I want to go around and introduce everybody one more time. Fist, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, I'm Fist of the Walrus. I stream here on Twitch.tv, primarily a roleplay streamer, but I have been dipping into some variety games as well. You can catch me almost every day just streaming over on Twitch.tv, and you can also follow me over on Twitter at Fist of the Walrus, where I am trying to be more active on that, though I am not very good with social media.
And Fist of the Walrus is one word and spelled exactly how it sounds.
Exactly.
Cool. Thank you, Fist. Next up is Aaron Black.
Excuse me. My name is Aaron. I am an author with a book being published November 1st, so in 5 days, called Firewall Down. It is a cyberpunk detective mystery novel. And you can find me over on Twitter at Aaron B. Writes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Aaron. We're all excited to read the book. Next up, we have Anavan. Hi, Anavan.
Hello there, my name is Enovan. I stream here on twitch.tv as well. I stream RP games and VR/mixed reality games as well. I stream every weekday at about 7 p.m. GMT.
Wonderful. And how do you spell Anavan?
Enovan is spelled Enevun.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Anavan. We were also joined in the first half by Lock the Raven, who is a Twitch streamer as well. You can find his content at twitch.tv/LockTheRaven. Lock the Raven, exactly how it's spelled, how it sounds, one word. My name, of course, is Nicotine. I've been your GM for today. I do a lot of roleplay content on my Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/Nicotine, Nikatine. You can also find my content on Twitter at Nicotine Prime. If you're listening to this on podcast services such as Spotify or Stitcher, know that we record this show live in front of an audience on our Twitch channel here at Fable Scraps. That's twitch.tv/Fable Scraps. If you would like to be a part of the entire Fable Scraps experience, I encourage you to come give us a follow. And also to explore some of our social media. We're active on Twitter and have a Discord server as well, where you can share fan art, theories, Q&As with some of the cast, and it's a lot of fun. So that's fablescraps.com/Discord or fablescraps.com/Twitter. We also have a YouTube channel to catch up on some of our old episodes. Our previous content is available on YouTube. Please make sure you subscribe, and I think that about wraps it up. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you having you here. We'll see everybody again in 1 week, every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific. Thank you so much for coming along on this adventure, and next time is going to be so exciting. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, everybody.
Night, night.
Good night. Space, humanity's last horizon. These are the records and expeditions of the Federation starship Lovelace. Assigned an ongoing galactic charter, the intrepid crew of the Lovelace explores the excitement of strange new worlds, encounters new life forms and new civilizations, and ultimately seeks to boldly go where no one has gone before.